Libra, sometimes it isn't the storm in the sky that changes your life, but the paper on a desk. One seal, one signature, one sudden decision, and the air around you shifts. Justice, silent for so long, begins to stir. You may soon hear your name in conversations you never started. You may see documents surface that you never expected. And like a stone dropped in still water, the ripples will reach you whether you are ready or not. This is the moment when hidden matters rise, the kind of case that doesn't just test your patience, it tests your spirit. It is not simply about earthly laws, it is about the balance of truth and fairness that has followed you all your life. And yet, hear me clearly, this is not sent to break you. It is sent to reveal you, to show the strength within you that even you may have forgotten. Stay with me until the end, because I will show you how to shield yourself, how to guard your peace, and how to protect your energy when this shocking legal storm steps into your world. But first, I want you to anchor yourself in faith. Write these words in the comments right now. I am divinely protected. Let it not just be a phrase, but your shield. Let the universe witness your declaration, because when you stand in the light of protection, no case, no accusation, no storm can steal your peace. Libra, the first strike of truth has begun. The scales are shifting, and though the weight feels heavy, it is not against you, it is for you. The shaking ground. Libra, you have always carried an invisible scale, always trying to bring balance, truth, and harmony wherever you go. But now, picture those scales beginning to tremble, as though the ground beneath your feet is no longer steady. It could begin quietly. A knock at the door, a phone call you were not expecting, or a letter you did not see coming. At first, it feels like nothing more than a small interruption. But slowly, you realize the weight of what has arrived. Suddenly, peace gives way to questions. Calm turns into uncertainty. This is how legal storms enter. Sometimes they come through family disputes that no one ever truly settled. Other times, they rise in matters of inheritance, where money or property become reasons for division. In some cases, it may be about false accusations, someone twisting your name, someone trying to place shadows where only light has been. And sometimes it is simply the unfinished business of the past returning to demand attention. The world often looks at you, Libra, and sees your gentleness. They see your kindness, your calm nature, your willingness to avoid conflict, and too often, they mistake that gentleness for weakness. They think you will not fight back. They think you will let yourself be walked over. And it is in times like these, when disputes rise, that those illusions show themselves most clearly. But hear me clearly. This case, no matter how shocking or sudden, has not come to destroy you. It is not here to pull you under. It is here to reveal the truth. Every shaking in your life has a purpose. When the earth shakes, it does not shake without reason. The ground does not move to swallow you. It moves to expose what was buried beneath the surface. Hidden things rise when the ground trembles. Secrets that were kept in silence, truths that were covered in lies, and intentions that were disguised behind false smiles. They cannot stay hidden forever. This shaking is uncomfortable, yes. It unsettles your heart, yes, but it is also necessary. Because without the shaking, you would never see who truly stands with you and who stands against you. Without the shaking, the truth would remain in the shadows. So, Libra, do not fear the trembling ground. Do not fear the sudden message, the heavy document, or the unexpected accusation. These are not weapons meant to break you. They are tools meant to reveal what was always there. And once the hidden is revealed, balance can return. Justice can stand, and your scales, though shaken, will once again find their perfect place. When justice becomes a visitor. Justice is not just a word on paper, Libra. It is a living presence. It is not an idea written in law books, but a spirit that moves through time, through people, and through events. When justice walks toward you, it does not come silently. It comes with weight. It comes with purpose. It comes dressed in both mercy and correction. This shocking case that rises before you may not even carry your name at its center. It may circle around someone close to you, your family, a partner, or someone whose actions are connected to your world. And yet, Though you may not be the one who filed the papers or stood in the courtroom, the ripples of their choices will find their way to your doorstep. Justice is a visitor that does not always knock politely. Sometimes it barges in when you least expect it. And when it enters, it shifts the entire atmosphere of your life. Conversations grow heavier, emotions become louder, and you begin to feel the weight of things that were once hidden in silence. Even if you try to step aside, you cannot avoid its presence because justice does not visit halfway, it fills the entire room. And in such moments, your spirit will be tested. You may feel confusion. You may ask yourself, why me? Why now? Why does this disruption come at a time when you only wanted peace? Why does this burden arrive when you were simply trying to move forward? These questions are natural, Libra. They rise in the silence of your heart. But hear this truth. This season is not random. This wait is not an accident. The universe has chosen this exact time for a reason. This is the season where what was crooked will be forced into alignment. What was twisted will be straightened. What was unfair will be called into balance. Justice, when it comes, does not only correct wrongs, it restores order. It takes what has been bent by lies, greed, or betrayal, and it bends it back toward fairness. And though the process may feel heavy, though it may even feel unfair to you at times, it is not meant to crush you. It is meant to lift the weight of deception and to replace it with clarity. Libra, justice has become your visitor in this season. And though its presence may feel unsettling, it is also sacred. For justice never enters a space unless it is time for truth to be revealed. And in your life, that time is now. The energies around legal battles. Libra, every legal case is far more than papers, judges, or arguments. It is also an invisible battle of energy. Behind every page, every voice raised, and every decision made, there are forces moving that most people cannot see. Fear gathers, anger rises, envy whispers, lies multiply. These energies do not stay still. They attach themselves to people, to conversations, and even to the atmosphere in a room. This is why many people feel drained, heavy, or unsettled when caught in legal conflicts. It is not only the stress of the situation, it is the weight of these unseen energies pressing down on them. And if you are not careful, Libra, you may unknowingly absorb them. Their fear can become your fear. Their anger can creep into your words. Their doubts can weaken your own spirit. That is why you must protect your energy with all seriousness in this season. Do not step into conversations that pull you into arguments you did not start. Do not give room to those who speak only to feed your doubts or to disturb your peace. And above all, do not let fear convince you that you are unprotected, because you are never walking alone. The divine has placed a shield around you, and nothing can pierce it unless you open the door. Think of yourself as a vessel of light. That is what you are. And when shadows rise, you cannot fight them by becoming another shadow. You cannot win by lowering yourself into bitterness, revenge, or panic. You fight differently. You fight with clarity, by holding on to the truth of who you are. You fight with faith, by trusting that even when papers are stacked against you, heaven's decision is greater. You fight with stillness, by refusing to let chaos steal your calm. Remember this, people may use lies as weapons, but lies always exhaust themselves. People may use anger to intimidate you, but anger burns itself out. People may use envy to tear you down, but envy cannot destroy a soul that is rooted in truth. Only light endures, only clarity stands, only faith holds strong through the battle. So Libra, do not be afraid of the energies that surround this case. See them for what they are: noise, distractions, shadows that only look big until the light shines, and you are the one carrying that light. Your role is not to absorb the darkness, but to let your inner flame shine brighter, so that no matter how loud the battle becomes, your energy remains untouchable. The spiritual armor. Libra, protecting your energy is more than staying quiet. It is more than avoiding arguments or keeping to yourself. Protection is not just silence. True protection is a shield built in the spirit. It is a spiritual armor that surrounds you when the world tries to throw arrows at your peace. When you pray, you are not simply speaking into the air. you are placing a guard over your mind. You are telling fear, confusion, and doubt that they cannot live inside your thoughts. Prayer clears the noise. It removes the lies that try to plant themselves in your imagination. Every word you whisper in faith becomes like a helmet that protects your mind from being poisoned by negativity. When you meditate, you are not wasting time, you are shielding your heart. Meditation calms the storm inside. It reminds you that your peace cannot be taken unless you hand it over. And when your heart is calm, no accusation, no angry voice, no sudden news can easily pierce it. It becomes like a chest plate, a covering that guards your emotions so they do not break under pressure. And when you speak truth, you are not only defending yourself, you are protecting your destiny. Lies may sound loud for a season, but they cannot outlast truth. Every time you choose honesty, every time you stand in integrity, you are building a foundation that cannot be shaken. That truth becomes a sword in your hand, cutting away deception and giving you the strength to walk forward without fear. This legal case, as shocking as it may appear, is not just about earthly judgment. It is not only about evidence, documents, or words said in a room. It is also a lesson teaching you how to stand strong in realms that cannot be seen. It is showing you how to remain unbroken, even when pressure surrounds you. Like a soldier does not step onto the battlefield without armor, you cannot step into this moment without dressing your spirit. So I want you to picture yourself now. Imagine a cloak of light resting over your shoulders, wrapping you in warmth and strength. Imagine a golden flame rising around your home, guarding your space from every shadow that tries to enter. Imagine your heart glowing with such peace that no voice, no accusation, no threat can pierce it. This, Libra, is your armor. Not armor made of steel, but armor made of spirit. With it, you can walk into storms and not be shaken. With it, you can stand in the fire and not be burned. With it, you endure trials without being swallowed by them. Your enemies may see you as fragile, but in truth, you are covered. And when your spirit is armored, no weight can break you, and no darkness can defeat you. The revelation hidden in the case. Libra, here lies the secret. This case is not just against you, and it is not only happening around you. This case is a mirror. It is not simply about laws or documents. It is about reflection. It will show you what has been hidden in the hearts of people. It will reveal what your eyes could not see before. Through this storm, you will learn who truly stands beside you. You will see the faces of those who are loyal, the ones who pray for you, the ones who quietly support you even when they gain nothing in return. Their light will shine clearly. But at the same time, you will also see who has been silently against you. You will notice the ones who clapped for you in public, but whispered against your name in secret. This case becomes the stage where true intentions are revealed. It is painful when masks fall. It is heavy when people you trusted show their hidden shadows. Yet this too is part of your protection. Because if you never saw their true hearts, you might have carried them further into your future. This legal storm forces truth to stand in the open, so you are not deceived by false loyalty anymore. This case also reveals the divine protection that has always been with you. What was meant to break you will instead prove you unshakable. Those who thought this conflict would weaken you will be surprised to see you standing taller, calmer, and stronger than ever. Because even as papers move and words fly, the unseen hand of protection moves faster, wrapping around you like a shield. Some Libras will discover betrayal in this process, hidden hands that push the case forward, hoping to see you stumble. Others will discover unexpected blessings that they never imagined could come from such a heavy moment. For some, it will be a financial release, money or resources that were withheld finally being placed in your hands. For others, it will be a rightful inheritance, something promised to you long ago, now finding its way to you. And for others still, it will be freedom. Freedom from a burden, freedom from a contract, freedom from an agreement that had chained you for too long. But no matter the form, for all Libras, this season will be a moment of revelation. A A moment where light exposes what was hidden, where shadows lose their disguise, and where truth finally takes its rightful seat. Libra, remember, storms do not only break, they also uncover. And in this case, what is uncovered will change the way you see everything around you. The light after the gavel. Libra, no matter how loud the accusations may sound, and no matter how heavy the evidence may appear, never forget this truth. The final word does not belong to man, it belongs to the divine. Human voices may rise against you, but the voice of heaven is greater. Human judgment may strike like thunder, but the judgment of truth is everlasting. The gavel may fall in a courtroom, the papers may be stamped, and decisions may be written down by human hands. But before any of these things happened, truth had already been written in your favor. What man thinks is the final decision is never final with the divine. The higher power that governs the universe has already declared protection over you. You are not walking into this alone. You are not sitting in this battle without support. Your ancestors, the ones who prayed before you and paved the way, stand with you. Your angels, who have guided your steps through dangers you never even saw, surround you now. And above all, your Creator, the one who shaped your destiny before you were even born, has not abandoned you in this moment. You are not fighting for survival, you are standing under divine covering. And when the dust settles, you will see clearly. This case was never meant to ruin you. It was never meant to erase you. It was meant to elevate you. What others saw as an ending will reveal itself as a beginning. What seemed like a trap will turn out to be a path. The same situation that was designed to break you will instead push you higher, into places you never would have reached without this shaking. Yes, some doors will close. That is the nature of battles like this. Certain connections may fall away, certain agreements may end, and certain paths you once walked may no longer remain open to you. But do not grieve over doors that close, because their closing is also protection. They were never meant to lead you where you are going next. And as those doors shut, watch how others swing wide open. Doors that are bigger, brighter, and destined only for you. Opportunities that you never thought possible will reveal themselves. New paths, new beginnings, and new blessings will come into view. You will realize that what felt like loss was actually preparation for gain. So, Libra, when the gavel strikes, do not tremble. When the decision comes, do not fear, because behind every earthly sound is a heavenly promise. And that promise is clear. You will rise, not fall. You will be lifted, not destroyed. And the light that shines after the gavel will guide you into a chapter that is far greater than the one before. The final balance. Libra, the scales are shifting, but hear me carefully. They are not shifting against you. They are shifting for you. What feels heavy right now is actually balance being restored. What looks like chaos is actually order returning to its rightful place. This shocking legal case is not a curse over your life. It is not a punishment sent to break you. It is a turning point, a sacred pause, designed to pull away illusions, to strip away lies, and to allow truth to rise in full strength. It is the hand of the divine pressing pause on your journey, not to stop you, but to align you with the path that was always meant for you. In this pause, shadows will flee. Deception will no longer hide. What has been whispered behind closed doors will be exposed under the light. And as all of this unfolds, your destiny, though delayed for a moment, will fall perfectly into place. You are not being pushed backward. You are being positioned for what is ahead. So, Libra, walk forward without fear. Do not let anxiety or doubt consume your steps. Protect your energy. Guard your peace as though it were a priceless treasure, because it is. Stand firm in the truth, because truth will always outlast lies. And above all, remember this. Storms never destroy the mountain. They only wash its face clean. They remove the dust, the dirt, and the heaviness, until the mountain stands taller, brighter, and clearer than before. That mountain is you. Before you go, I want you to seal this moment with faith. Type these words once more in the comments. I am divinely protected. Do not say it lightly. Say it as a declaration. Say it as your shield. Say it as the closing of this chapter and the opening of a new one. And if this message spoke to your soul, do not walk away silently. Stay connected. Subscribe, because your journey of revelation, truth, and divine protection has only just begun.